History shows that societies collapse when leaders undermine social contracts, societal principles, and moral values. Coming up, yet another warehouse used to keep expired food has been discovered by the police in the place called Bluff in KZN. What has been discovered in those warehouses is shocking. Counterfeit goods, clothing, already expired food, even alcohol brands that do not belong to South Africa.
A second warehouse suspected to be selling expired food has been discovered in Durban. A short while ago, the Provincial Commissioner of KwaZulu-Natal, Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, visited a warehouse on corner South Coast at Bluff Roads, which was suspected to be selling expired food, allegedly imported from other countries. SABC News reporter Jade Polser joins us live now with the very latest. Good afternoon, Jade. You spoke to Premier Mduli a bit earlier on, and quite shocking visuals that we saw there, from antibiotics to unknown alcohol brands. Just talk to us about where you were at the first warehouse.
Well, at the first warehouse, we saw some illicit goods, like you said, antibiotics, as well as beans that were imported from other parts of SADC. But I can also just tell you that we've also found milk at the second warehouse. We've just moved to another warehouse just down the road from where we were, and this is where we've found some counterfeit goods, including clothing items that have been found at this particular warehouse. As you can see, some of the big brand names there that are often sold on the streets of South Africa, and the police have really clamped down on this. Just to speak to us more about the second warehouse and what we found here, I'm just going to bring in again the PC and Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, Police Commissioner. PC, we've obviously come from the first warehouse where we saw some expired goods. This warehouse has more counterfeit goods.
Yeah, well, it's a mix of both in this warehouse. We've got expired food as well here, food that not approved to be in the country, as well as counterfeit goods. And in this warehouse, in this yard, there's quite a lot of things, because here is a mix in this place where we are at, but just next door is counterfeit goods, 2 containers full, and on the other side also counterfeit goods, 2 containers full.
This is a relatively smaller warehouse than the one that we were at. Yeah. But do we know where these goods have come from?
Yeah, well, it's part of the investigation. Obviously, on the paperwork, we can tell already that so-and-so imported this thing into the country, and coming from this particular country. So at least that we have an idea. But what we then have to investigate further, we need brand owners to also give a statement to certify some of these goods, that yes, indeed, it's not theirs, they're not genuine. So that it becomes part of the case docket.
And I imagine through the investigation we'll also track down some of the trucks that are used to, move the goods to various Spaza shops as well as clothing shops across the metro and around the country.
Yeah, of course. We need to know the person who brings it in, where do they send it to, who do they sell it to, and the eventual final destination. We have to get that value chain of all of it, so that when we deal with it in court, it becomes a big case. It's not the only items we've been finding, especially on the counterfeits. It's common. It's common that we find these things. Quite a lot of them that we always discover. It's just been unusual for us to find such quantity of food. That's why maybe it's because of the forecast that we've had now on food. That's why we're able to see so much of it.
And I think what has been really disturbing is even finding milk in this warehouse.
Yeah, well, it's milk. I mean, if this thing is still standing here and it expires in February, beside the fact that you don't know whether it's healthy to consume that, but someone is going to consume that, and by the time it lands at the place where it's going to be sold, it's going to be long past February, but the people are going to buy it, and it's just a matter of just removing the date and stamp another date on it.
Okay, thank you very much, PC. I just want to show the viewers back at home that milk that we speak of right over here, and this is apparently expired. From what the PC and the Premier says, they've had their health inspectors here and they have looked at some of the goods. They've spot Dembe just behind the camera. Can also walk with me after he's shown you this particular batch of milk, and just walk with me and show you some of the other goods that we found here. Like the Premier said, we've also found antibiotics in this particular warehouse as well. Various creams, sweets, chips, a popular one that we've all been debating, pesticide, that has been a contentious issue in many Spaza shops that's been come up.
The sad thing about those goods, guys, is that those are kind of goods that you cannot find them in big retailers like Pick n Pays, Spar, Game, Micros and stuff. No. It's clear that these goods are targeted at Spaza shops, in townships and in rural areas where children are dying, rotten food is sold, expired food is sold. Very sad.
I'm going to start with the Premier, as I know he does have a flight to catch. Premier, this is obviously a breaking news coming from a province like KwaZulu-Natal that borders Eswatini and Mozambique. Just talk to us about this clamping down on illicit goods.
Well, it's disturbing to discover that in our province, such a huge warehouse is keeping these goods from the ships, which are expired, some without expiry dates, some counterfeit goods that, in fact, in our country, they are not SAP approved. Even, you see, the antibiotics, you see, even there are even antibiotics which you don't understand how they are supposed to be here. And also, very dangerous substance to the lives of the children, which is mixed with food, the sniper. Which is a pesticide, which is very dangerous to the lives of the children. You see, it's a very unfortunate because you just even see the alcohol expired. It's a product which we have never seen in our country. It means a lot of illegal actually activities are taking place here. I commend the police, especially under the leadership of Provincial Commissioner Mkhwanazi in the province of Natal, to be able, in fact, to discover this, because we're not going to know that there is such extent of the counterfeit food, expired food, and the things which are not even bearing the actually expiry date.
What I found so appalling, though, was our President Cyril Ramaphosa when he was addressing the nation, when he totally evaded the issue of illegal goods that are coming into our country, not only illegal but rotten, the issue of illegal Spaza shops that are all over our country, selling rotten food to our children or to our people.
We also need to prevent the spread of misinformation which has been prevalent. The investigations that have taken place do not suggest any deliberate campaign to poison children in our country. There is also no evidence that the problem is confined to Spaza shops that are owned by foreign nationals only.
Really? I don't know about you, South Africa, but to me, it seems like our president, or should I say our government, is either protecting the illegal immigrants in this country, or is just pure incompetence in its highest level, or both.
And where are the toxicology test results of the children that died under the same circumstances last year in Naledi in October?
I was not involved in that, I don't know.
But you know that it happened.
Now that you are telling me, we will go to the police, because I'm sure they were the ones who were involved. They will look for those results, they will give them. I was not involved, I can't answer, I don't know. I will mislead you.
Really?
But you're managing this health crisis, which is what it is actually. And when you are told that there were incidents last year and before, don't you ask for those toxicology results so that you can make an informed decision about what is happening and give us direction, because the country is directionless right now. And you are supposed to be leading us.
The country will be given direction.
When?
Because, oh my God, no, please. The country will be given direction. We've sent people, they've been busy doing mapping. For instance, they've been doing epidemiological mapping. They've been doing what is called oral postmortems. They've sent samples and swabbed to laboratories. That work, we've not yet released it, still there. And you are the one who said we mustn't release work before time. Before you know the final results, we must not succumb to pressure. We must wait until we have got everything. And the NICD promised me that by Monday, they will be having everything now as a sort of final. That this is what we've done, this is what we found in these Spaza shops, whether the packet in the specialized laboratories is positive or negative. All that will be able to release next week, Monday.
You know, Minister...
And the President actually announced yesterday that he would like to address the nation. We'll give him that information.
Really?
Of course. He
Finally,
said so.
20 children, more than 20 children are dead now. And if your department was doing its work, as far back as 2010, I will share this with you, experts have been warning about this organophosphate street pesticide crisis. Children have been dying for years. This is not the first time.
You will remember that the issue of children dying as a result of having eaten poisonous food from these illegal Spaza shops is not a new issue. Last year and the year before, there were a number of cases. Children died because of have eaten the poisonous food from these Spaza shops. Our government didn't do anything. Then this year, 6 children died in Naledi, Soweto. There was no show from our government. Then 5 days ago, then Cyril comes, and even when he comes to address the nation, he doesn't deal with the bone of contention, the real issue that has led to these children dying, the issue of illegal counterfeit goods that are entering our country. He doesn't address the issue of illegal Spaza shops that are mushrooming all over South Africa, owned by foreign nationals. Our president doesn't even breathe a word about that. He doesn't say anything about the counterfeit goods, the illegal counterfeit goods that are entering our country. He doesn't say anything about illegal immigrants that are in this country, causing havoc in this country. He doesn't say anything about that. But instead, he makes a blanket statement about Spaza shops, but he doesn't address the issue directly, that here is the issue, here is the point of contention. Let's deal with this issue of counterfeit goods that are entering our country. He still makes an umbrella statement about the poison that is found on the street to kill the rats and everything and whatever. As true that might be, but there is a bigger issue here.
Russell, you're going to eat it. That is what you are selling to the people. Eat it, Russell. Hey, Baba. Eat it. Not take it. You are going to eat it. Eat it, Russell. Pick it up. Eat your food.
Russell is a worm.
I don't know. No, you don't expect your own food. Pick it up. Eat it. You are not going. No, you are busy selling rotten food to our people. Russell, eat your rubbish.
Worms inside. Russell, she ate it already.
Eat. Hey, Baba. Hey, Baba.
No.
Hey, Baba. Don't invite trouble for you. Don't invite trouble. Eat it, Russell. Eat your food. Eat your worms.
See the worms there.
Oh, here are your worms. Here.
No, I see the.
Here.
See the worms.
Here. You see? Eat it, Russell.
I'm sorry for that.
They ate it. They ate it. Those ladies ate it.
She ate it already.
They ate that food. Eat it, Russell.
She's sick now.
Russell, you're going to eat it.
Russell,
This
I
food.
told you. Who's that other shop Shanchudin? I told him the other day the same thing. I don't care whether you are Muslim like me, but whatever it is,
Hey, Baba.
I never
Eat
robbed
good
anyone,
lawak.
I
Eat.
never sold anyone this thing.
Eat.
Your religion doesn't
Pick up,
say
eat.
that.
Pick up, eat. La.
No,
You eat it here.
I didn't see this.
No, I'm saying eat
didn't
it.
See the
Chief,
one there.
I'm saying eat it.
I didn't see that
Eat
one.
it.
No.
They've already eaten it. Eat it. Eat your food.
Okay.
No, this is your stuff. Eat it. You are making money out of it. Now you are going to eat it. You eat it, Russell. You eat it. I don't want to touch you, ne? If I can touch you, I'll make you a mincemeat. You'll be finished.
That one I saw them there.
Eat it.
So what I can
Eat your money.
What is that?
This is your money. This is the money that you are making. Now you are eating a profit, ne? Eat. Kubeka, eat. No. Eat, Baba. Eat. Eat your things. Eat. Then you'll tell us. Eat. Swallow it. You are not going to spit it out.
Not good.
It is not good. It must be.
Kuye kwashona abantwana okokuqala. Makushona abantwana bokuyi poison. He ignored it. Watini after 2 days abantwana bangcwatshiwe, he went to a Pakistani a shop and then makafika khona wathi how is business going? Thina esishonela abantwana bekacanga ukuthi sifila kanjani because uye wa appear kuni national TV. Abuza iPakistan ukuthi ibusiness ihamba kanjani. Instead of him sending people inspectors to inspect ukuthi abantwana badle ipoison and bayidle kwesiphi store and what is happening.
I'm saying illegal immigrants because look what happened. Immediately after Cyril has announced a 21-day to register the Spaza shops or the shops that you have in townships, some of these foreign nationals started using South Africans to register those Spaza shops.
Tell them. I was here to register for other people. For who? Who are those people? Who are those people? When I want to register, and I'm not denying. The only thing that I'm saying is that I wasn't aware of it's serious. And then the food inspector told us that they came at the 30th of last month, and they told us that we were supposed to report here, and then we were
Why are you registering for them? Why are they not doing it for themselves?
I don't know. Honestly, no, we are not.
I'm not saying that those South Africans who played along, who were involved in that act of crime, are innocent. They are equally guilty. But the point I'm making is that if, as a legal foreigner, you had your papers intact, valid papers, you wouldn't need somebody else's ID to register your Spaza shops on your behalf. That's my point right there. My fear about this is that this thing is going to get into a boiling point where South African citizens will have to fight to defend themselves if Cyril doesn't rise and address this issue head on. What do you think? Let me hear your comment below. And of course, if you're coming for the first time, do the honor. Don't forget to subscribe.